Hello, my name is Alicia DeVos. I work for a company called Commodities Company. I have been with the company a little over a year. Have you ever experienced a horrible boss situation? As you could tell by the YouTube clip of Gordon Ramsay yelling at a contestant on his show called Hell's Kitchen, this is an example of a real-life situation of a person of authority displaying horrible boss tendencies to a lower employee. Which is interesting because in most situations I have observed lower level employees being horrible to another employee. But at my current workplace, I have noticed as well as encountered scenarios of a horrible boss. In an article by Winters titled Tips to Deal with Difficult Bosses, she discussed information provided in a survey with Office Team. They are a surveying company. They questioned 401 employees within this one particular company. These employees claimed to have dealt with a difficult boss. 46% of the respondents claimed to have worked for a difficult boss. Each employee's response to the difficult office environment varied. The survey's result found that 35% of employees stayed in the office and tried to deal with their boss, while 24% remained at the company and suffered through the distress. Other workers decided it was time to leave that type of environment, in which 27% of the respondents involved in the survey quit once they found another job, and 11% left without finding another job. Managers are people and oftentimes are going through workplace or personal issues which causes them to lash out at other employees. This video will help employees within an organization have a better understanding of the situation that a manager might be going through and how to deal with that individual. The company I work for purchases agricultural products such as corn and wheat from local farmers and sells it to a third party. I work with two other girls. We have each experienced issues with the accounting office manager named Shelly. In the beginning, Shelly seemed to be a great manager, very attentive and helpful. Once she was comfortable, she began taking more and more time off of work, and we start noticing several issues. Well, there's this thing called reports, and that's when you collect your data and you run a report to show the data that you have entered into the system and how to be able to view errors that you have input into the system. Once you view your error, it shows you where the error occurred at, on which ticket, and how to fix it. Shelly never showed us how to run this report, but begins yelling at one of the team members on this situation. Another scenario, Shelly starts to cross-train me as well as some of the other employees. She informs me that the daily cash group is where I send the deposit information, and the subject line that I had been informed by her to use, she would like me to change it. She tells me it's incorrect and begins yelling at me, letting me know that I was inputting the wrong subject line and to change it. I asked several times what to change it to, and she would not let me know until after the 5th time of asking, what would you like me to put in the subject line? In an article by Amy Winters, she gives 5 tips on dealing with a difficult boss. There's the micromanager, and this is a manager that is always looking over your shoulder to make sure you are completing the work according to their specifications. The poor communicator, this manager doesn't give good direction and leaves things to the last minute. The bully, this is the manager that feels that their way is the only way and that's it. The saboteur is the manager that doesn't acknowledge employees for a job well done and oftentimes takes credit for the work of others and places blame on others for a job not well done. And then there's the mixed bag manager, and this manager is a roller coaster. One moment they like you, and the next moment they're upset with you. So in this article, they also tell you how to deal with these managers. So the micromanager you want is the type of boss that can divvy out job duties, and they are great at dealing out deadlines, and I have a great eye for details. So you want to make sure that you continue to update the manager on your progress. The poor communicator, you want to request clarification on assignments and projects that you need clarification on. The bully is a type of manager that you cannot be afraid of. You need to defend yourself. If you have a proposition to present, be sure to have all the details to be able to present at that time. Present your findings in a calm manner. Anger will only increase the hostility of the situation. With the saboteur, you want to be sure to display your contributions to upper management, but still be positive and lighthearted, so therefore you don't harm your own career development as well as your bosses. With the mixed bag manager, you want to keep your emotions cool and collected. Be sure to limit the communication to important issues. Shelley displays both qualities of a bully and a screamer. Therefore, when approaching Shelley, employees should have all their details available before presenting the details. Also, while presenting, employees should stay calm. As the screamer, they want to allow Shelley to vent and stay calm. If necessary, make sure when you respond back to Shelley that you stay professional and calm. Bosses aren't the only ones that deal with personal and workplace issues. Employees sometimes have to deal with difficult bosses or upper management. Understanding your manager or the difficult party in question and understanding which category previously discusses that they fall into